All right, we're live. What's up, guys? Happy Thursday. How's it going? We're starting a new stream. Wow, this is not working. Let me go ahead and close that and open a new one. I think I need to like update YouTube or update my browser or something. My browser is running like crap, dude. Hey, Jared, Luke, J-Dog. How's it going, guys? We're at 99,157 subscribers. We're getting there. We're almost at 99.2. It's really exciting. We are so close. What the heck? I can't. All right, I better do this update. Oh my gosh. I have to update my browser. Give me a second here, guys. Jesus. All right, so we have done that. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Oh, man. Something's going on. The browser's not working properly. We need that browser working. I can't update the menu. Oh, I love this song, Popcorn. All right, let's try this now. How about now? It's still not showing up. I can't update. I cannot actually update the live stream because it's not showing up. Okay, let's get a new, we'll get a new YouTube window. That's ridiculous. How about now? Let's go over here. I can't update the... All right, wait, what else can I do? Could I update it from maybe another platform? Could I update it from... Well, let's see if it shows up over here. How else could I update the menu, I wonder? So it shows up on my iPad. That's good. It's working on my iPad. I can't update the menu. Let me hit refresh. Well, we can't just run with no... Oh, we can't... Wait, maybe I can... Let me try searching for myself on YouTube. Let me try that. Maybe that'll work. Because it might lead to like a button I can click to edit it. All right, let's try this. Let's try TheCardconomist. Nope, doesn't show that I'm live. Oh, here we go, here we go. We got one over here that says I'm live. Now, can I edit this? Edit video. Hey. All right, edit video. Oh, okay, this might work. We might have it here, guys. Something's wrong with YouTube. It does not want me to be able to edit my own work. We're going to say fresh October breaks. All right, because that is what's going on right now. We got the beautiful October breaks that started up. I made a video showing off the breaks, and I posted that video to all platforms. So hopefully more people are a little more aware of it. Okay, hey, Mr. What are the odds you still have my bag from 2 years ago? Pretty much zero. He's right. It's pretty much zero. I can look, but there's almost no chance unless it had like super expensive cards in it that I decided not to touch. Only a few bags on the entire table have good cards on them, and I did leave them alone. But at the 2-year mark, I imagine I would eventually take them. So we got all the cool stuff like Mega Evolutions. We've got Inferno X. I don't feel like those make for a very exciting title, to be honest, because everyone's got that. But I'll use that. Fresh October Breaks, Mega Evolutions, Inferno X. A bag called Simeon. You know, I can't even think of a bag called Simeon. I'm pretty sure it's gone. I'll look real fast for you, okay? All right, we're going to say add here. Thursday daytime stream. So Karis finally went out with her friend from high school. She has the car. I can't go anywhere. I feel trapped. She's stolen the one vehicle in our family. Here we are. So I'm just going to be stuck here at home with you guys. We are. All right. They went swimming at some resort. She's just living it up or something. Here we go. All right. My bag had decent cards, says Jared. Oh, has decent cards. So, Simeon, that would be an SI bag. Okay. Well, let's go look. 2 years, though. Nah, there's no way. There's no way. There's still a bag in here. We got Sean, Sergio, Sky, Sean, Sergio, Skin, and Sean Dieter. You actually led me to find another abandoned bag. This is 1 year old this month. Sean Dieter. You want to see what Sean Dieter left behind? Let's see what Sean left behind. He left behind a chunk of hollows, a whole bunch of hollows. Here's a Fortress. Mimikyu is decent. Maybe worth a little bit. Palafin, Shinx, Palmy. Palmy's okay. So far this bag, ooh, okay. Little Carmine Alt, okay. This bag's nice. I might steal those hollows out of the bag to just make it thinner, but I'll leave it alone for now. He's still, you know, we're going to wait another month or two. We're going to leave this alone. Actually, what I tend to do, I tend to take a bag when we're completely out of room. So when we're out of room, then it becomes a problem. All right. So Simeon, I did not see a bag in the SI box. That would have been the box that it would have been in. Welcome, guys, to another Pokemon card stream. It's the daytime stream, which means we've got a nice 2 hours together. Last night's stream was really slow. Actually, so was all of Tuesday. Tuesday was slow. Wednesday was slow. This is Thursday, so we'll see if it speeds up at all. Might not. You know, sometimes we get slow weeks, I notice. You can have a week that's crazy fast, and then you can have a week that's just slow. I remember a Russian kid pulled a shiny Charizard from a jungle booster. Wow, that's a long time ago. I know what you're talking about. We did open up a jungle booster and then a jungle box. And then eventually we also opened up a fossil box afterwards. But it's nice to see you, Mr. Simeon. How are you? Simeon, check it out. We're getting really close to 100,000 subscribers. Isn't that cool? You are? I went for a walk today. I went for a healthy walk without you guys. Maybe next time I'll go, maybe I'll have on my second channel, I'll have my second YouTube channel. Maybe we'll do a walking stream together. I haven't done that in a long time. Maybe I'll get back into that. Let's see. Hey, what's up, Radski? How's it going, man? This dude fell off so bad. I don't know. We're doing pretty good. I mean, it might look, I think it might look, when you take a look at our streams, like we're not doing as many views as we used to do, you know, maybe like 3 or 4 years ago. But let me show you some data in our analytics. So look at this. So it says here, for the last 28 days, 646,000 views. That's pretty good. That's actually a really great number. Nothing wrong with that at all. And in fact, that's very consistent for the whole year. So if we look at the whole year, look at that line. It had a little low point here, but it's actually back to normal again. So we have very consistent views. And in terms of sales as well, I would say this last 2 days haven't been super good. But it's funny people say I fall off because when I share the actual data, it doesn't look like it at all. Let's see. So if we jump into PayPal, I enjoyed the walking streams. I did too. So it says here, sales volume for this last month is up 27%, and it's at $35,000 for PayPal, just PayPal. That's not really a problem at all. That means our sales are fine. So that's about average. That's our usual sales, I'd say. And, you know, you have dips and you have, you know, climbs and stuff like that. But on top of all that, we are now sitting on one of the, I would argue, one of the most prestigious Pokemon card collections in America. Like, I don't know where I rank on a list of 100 dudes who have nice Pokemon cards. I'm on that list somewhere, though. I'm on the top 100 list. Hopefully on the upper end, but I don't have any way to prove that. I don't know how my collection stacks up with other guys' collections. But yeah, I would say, you know, and we have a second YouTube channel we're working on too, and those views don't even include our views on places like Instagram and TikTok and other places. We have a contract with Tag Grading now, so I've earned a Tag Grading. They probably reviewed my social media and said, yeah, we'll give this guy a Tag Grading dealership. So I got a contract with them to do tag grading with them. We are. I would argue that we're doing extremely well, actually. And it's really just up to me how hard I want to work on my channel. Like, I could work harder or I could work less hard. And yeah, we are. I don't know what the falling off part looks or feels like, but I would say it feels very good. Lover's gonna love. Oh, I've made 1K in tips every month. Lol, you're not falling off. Hey, what's up, Stephen Brody? Haters gonna hate. But, you know, it is true that we don't have, like, you know, 600,000 views in our live streams. I would argue that many of our views do come from the shorts. I don't mind if our community is smaller when we go live, but we have 2 live streams a day, not 1, it's 2. So to get the real number of viewers we get in a day of live streamers, you have to add up the fact that we have many more live streams than other people. So for example, twice a day, 7 days a week. We don't take any days off. And that's so many streams that everyone gets spread about in those streams, okay? So it can look like there's fewer people in our streams, but the reality is probably more like people can't afford to come to every single stream all week long, and people can't afford to be in both the daytime and the nighttime stream. But if you were to look at unique viewers per week in our streams, it probably wouldn't look too crazy. You know, the reason that we split it into daytime and nighttime was because we were getting too many sales. And so we had to split it up so that there wouldn't be an hour-long wait time. So daytime and nighttime streams was a strategy to reduce the wait time for people in both streams, but especially the nighttime stream. We don't like long wait times. So if you enjoy having a very short wait time, you can rely on us over here to service your order, and you won't wait an hour with us. So you won't wait too long with us. That's a nice thing. Some people would even pay a premium for that, to not have to wait in line for too long. So that's a nice thing over here. All right. It's my day off. I chill. PokeRev has more views. No! He's better than me! All right. Yeah, I don't feel like I fell off. I feel like we're about to hit 100,000 subscribers, and we're doing as good as ever. Ryan Shapiro says, Chinese Hidden Fates and Gem 2. Now, he ordered this last night. Sorry, Mr. Ryan. Is Ryan here right now? I'm waiting on my China packs. All right, Chinese Hidden Fates. That's going to be back here. So there you go. There's my self-evaluation. Gem 2. Ta-da! All right. Very nice. Let's go ahead and snip this. Yeah, I'd say the last 2 days were pretty slow, though. All right. It's the first month mortgage payments are due. That somebody else said that too, actually. Yeah, somebody mentioned that, and I was like, that's interesting. Waitress is gonna wait. All right. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we have a great Pokemon card collection. I don't actually have to work as hard. I could actually wind this channel down if I wanted to, because I've already sort of met my goals of putting together a really ridiculously good collection, and now I could just lay back and just sort of play video games and enjoy the fact that I got the cards I wanted. We are. All right. But I also just enjoy talking to you guys every day, so that's it's like a routine, really. Mr. Ryan. Let's see. I should have like a full day off. What do you guys think? Which day of the week you think would be the very best to take off? I think Sunday would be pretty good. I noticed every Sunday, participation and sales are pretty low. Tuesday can be pretty bad too. Like this last Tuesday was pretty slow. Which are hot packs nowadays, says Simeon. Well, it's a great question. Simeon, we have some new product, and as you might already know, whatever's new is almost always hot. So people love the new stuff. So let me grab this box of booster packs right now. All right, so if we grab all this, these are all priced up. Prismatic is only 14. So now's a great time to open Prismatic. Prismatic used to cost a lot more. It's gone down in price, and it's one of the hottest sets of the year. But here, this right here, you could just open this all day. Oh, this has to change. This price is wrong. Give me a second. All right, give me a second here. This got cheaper. I just received a shipment of those today. Rent's due, mister. I hope you all are able to get your bills done. There we go. Okay, so that's 6.5 now. This is 14. This is 14. This is 20. Here is, this is a new Weiss Schwartz set. We did sell some of this. It's kind of like a big Lude set, but it's not the fastest seller. This is a huge seller. So I don't know if you like One Piece, Mr. Simeon, but this sells like fire. This set right here. People love that one. Here's a Nikke set, just sexy girls. That sells kind of slowly. This is the latest Final Fantasy. I noticed when a new Final Fantasy comes out, Final Fantasy lovers will open a couple boxes of it, and then poof, they're done. Gundam, we sold through a lot of this. I think we have 2 cases left. This was super popular when it came out. We've still got Pokemon Black and White. Speaking of which, the Pokemon White actually is here now. So we needed a restock of that. Where's our, oops, let me close this. Ah, there it is. Let me move this over, and then let me scroll down. Pokemon English. Here it is. So Pokemon White's no longer coming soon. It's actually here. We can hit save on that. So the restock on Pokemon White is in. Crown Zenith is pretty hot. Miss Tammy bought 20 packs of this yesterday. Thank you, Tammy, for that. You treat me very nice. Crown Zenith is actually not a bad one to explore because it's getting so old. That's getting really old. Here's Team Rocket Korean for $2 a pack. This is actually one of the most popular things on the menu. So this is super popular. Sold tons of that, like multiple cases. We're almost sold out of this. So this is Korean black and white. Look how affordable it is compared to the English version. So English is like, we're selling English at 15 and 14, Korean at 3 and 2.5. So there's a reason to open the Korean packs is because you can actually enjoy the set and not break your wallet. Here's Full Metal Alchemist. Here is Destined Rivals, which is actually 15 now. Destined Rivals has gone up. Destined Rivals is, by the way, one of my favorite sets of Scarlet Violet. Not because of the pulls in the set, but just because I like Team Rocket. I don't need any other reason. Here are our nice Halo Legacy packs. So that's where the nice Master Chief Hardlight break comes from, comes out of here. And these sell really well too, actually. These Halo Tops packs, big seller. We also have MetaZoo Kickstarter. We've been selling a little MetaZoo here and there. Yeah, we try to differentiate ourselves from others by carrying lots of different card sets that might catch your attention. So there you have it, Mr. Simeon. Favorite Scarlet Violet set? Well, I just said it, didn't I? Destined Rivals is definitely my favorite Scarlet Violet set. I bought a whole bunch of it. I'm sitting on a whole bunch of it. It might not perform as well as something like Prismatic. I don't know. Prismatic, though, was already really expensive. But I am in love with any Team Rocket set. We're selling Team Rocket right here, years later. Although this has Jesse and James in it. So cool. All right. So where are we? I received crypto rewards. Yay. I'm so lucky. All right. So I think today, like yesterday, we're going to be working on slab repricing. You guys know we're doing that right now. You know that we can head right over to our Discord server, and you'll find channels in there where we take pictures of these slabs and post them. So you can always shop when I'm offline. You can shop for these slabs. The Lord's Day. Yeah, Sunday's not a bad day off. Sunday's definitely not a bad day off. Okay, whoa, we have a nice viewership of 70 people in the first 18 minutes. Those are good numbers. It's very fascinating. By the way, take a second, guys. Smash that like button. Let's get those likes up. It'll help us in the algorithm, I'm pretty sure. Let's go ahead and start moving through some of these consignment slabs. Are you ready? So here we are. What do we have here? We've got... you know what? I did show off the breaks in a video short, but I didn't show off everything in those videos. Some other things going on. Oh, look at this. The donation page already. 95 and 190. You guys are nuts. So Mega Evolution box break is a thing. So you can jump in here for 40 bucks and potentially pull a whole box of Mega Evolution. Very fun. Very damaging if you miss. The Mega Sub list for the Gengar has 3 people in it. It's just incredible. It just keeps moving all the time. People really want that Gengar. The Ancient Origins Vintage Box Break. This one has not moved in a long time. It's at $325. If the box goes down in price, we'll lower our price. But beware, it could go up in price. That's what it did. That's how it reached $325. 151 Surprise Case Break. You can see 2 more spots have been purchased over here. I'd love for this to fill up so that we can open up a case, a 151 Surprise. If you believe in this product, don't wait for just 2 spots to be left. Buy a spot now. Get that line moving. Very important. There's our email. You can email us for many reasons, but you'll email us your address when you need to ship. And so those are those breaks. We also have this one over here that appears to be pretty popular. It's an older box break. You can jump into this Astral Radiance, 1 in 16 odds. So that's up to 7 already. Look at that, guys. So there's really 9 spots left. Astral Radiance, very popular. That one's on the move. I would say that's one of the fastest moving breaks even. Yeah, that one's consistently on the move. Some other interesting breaks include the gym breaks. So we have these unusual 2-person breaks, and gym breaks will focus on strange products now. I think that that's how it will fit into the table because You know, otherwise it competes with the Poke Shuffle, the $5 break Poke Shuffle. So these are unusual items, and they require 2 people. If you jump into any of these, I will aggressively advertise it so that everyone knows you're waiting, okay? So if you jump into any of these Gym Challenge breaks, we'll make sure that it doesn't just disappear. But look, we have a booster box of Keiju, number 8. And if you pull this, we'll open the whole box for you right away. How fun will that be? We also have the Jumbo Pack Break, which hasn't moved yet. Here it is. But Jumbo Pack Break tends to be one of the fastest moving breaks on the table as well. It just always goes. This one's actually worth more than 160 because it got a bonus Mega Evolution Pack. So it went up by like, you know, 12 bucks. So we've got Spider-Man, Inferno X, Mega Evolution in there, Marvel 3, there's Prismatic. So a lot of the best stuff is in here. There's the Final Fantasy. And for 40 bucks, you might pull the whole round. If you were lucky, you get lucky. 3 people will miss, 1 person will pull the whole thing. Very fun. Some people call this the sampler platter, but I call it the Jumbo Pack Break. It's very fun, and it must have gone off like 100 times by now. It's so popular. People love that one. I think it's the variety. People love the variety. You can also buy, did you know this? You can buy the Jumbo Pack Break outright. You don't have to do a bet on it. You can actually, it's $160, and I can make up a fresh one out of the exact same packs. We're not about to run out of those packs. So there it is. Way too many breaks, actually. We've got so many breaks. But also, you don't have to do any breaks. You can just open whatever you want to open, any booster packs. You can buy slabs off the table. We got so much stuff. Ivan Rodriguez, photo on Discord. So he wants a card. Mr. Ivan, let's see what that is real fast. And it is the Chansey. What did I do with that Chansey? I know what you're talking about. That's an Anthony Kalura Chansey. Okay, let's go find it. Let's go find it. So he's buying one of these consignment slabs. Have you guys ever needed to sell some slabs? You can actually mail them into me, and I'll sell them for you, but I do take a cut when I do that, okay? So that's called a consignment slab, and we have sold serious amounts of slabs for people over time. If you take store credit, you get more money. Some people take the store credit, and then they just buy whatever they want with the store credit. Here it is. And so this one's an Anthony Kalura card. Yeah, Anthony Kalura card. Just 14 bucks. It's a cute little Chansey. Cool, man. Paycheck needs to hit. Oh, yeah, I feel you, man. All right. Here it is. So for those of you who have ever thought about sending in consignment slabs, take a look at this really crazy number. So for Anthony Kalura, I've sold $3,689 worth. I mean, that's a lot. So last time I checked, though, he was having a little, he was needing to pay off some medical bills. He has not been back here in a little while. I bet you he's just paying off those bills on his own. I bet you he's working and not spending. I wonder if he knows he has all this money. But, okay, let me put this here. He might be all right in the end because he hasn't come to me and said, hey, you know what, liquidate that into cash. He might be all right. We'll find out. So this will be, okay, he's going to pick up $10. So he gets $10 from this $14 sale is how that works out. Okay. And this becomes $3,699. Wow. Pretty cool. Does someone get liquidated? No. I was talking about how Mr. Anthony Kalura's got a lot of, he sent in quite a few slabs for consignment. And you know what's crazy? I think I've earned this guy way more than 3.6 because you have to realize this is a continuation of a different card. See how this says Arrow and then 303? That was from a previous card where he was having me sell a ton of stuff and then also spend it too. He's actually spent a ton of store credit from consignment sales. So he's done, I don't know, he might have done like $5,000, $6,000 or $7,000 of sales through me. There it is. Consignment's a fascinating, it's a fascinating proposal because you get your cards up here on the table and you really don't have to do any work. It's very passive. Some cards don't sell very well, though. You have to understand that. And if you want to send me cards that don't sell well, maybe you can give me an attractive price to offer everybody. Other than that, we use cheapest buy now prices. That's what we do. All right. Oh, it looks like we got a message from Mr. Blake. What does Blake say? Any more Sandstorm graded booster packs offending would have been interested in that or something similar. Ah, no, I probably don't have any more of those. That was a cool one, though, wasn't it? I have a Super Dank Blue Dream plug play right now. Super Dank Blue Dream plug. No clue what that means. All right. Happy Thursday to all of you guys. How are you feeling on this beautiful Thursday? Mr. Jared says he'll take 2 of the Halo packs. If any Holo hits, I will send them to PSA. All right. So where are our Halo packs? Here they are. 2 Halo packs. Ooh, these beautiful Halo packs, man. Ready? Blue Dream is that loud pack. Okay. Good. All right, we've got Cortana. Beautiful. You could totally grade Cortana. Here's Pelican. The Call of Battle. First Look. That's really cool. Flood Infection Form. Oops. And Grunts and Ghosts. All right. So no Holo in that particular pack, unfortunately. All right. I like it better when these pay out tons of Holos. First Look is really cool. I've graded and sold one of those. So this is like from a magazine, basically. Let's see. It explains it on the back. Gamers of Earth, meet Master Chief. This iconic image appeared in the November 1999 issue of Computer Gaming World. 2 years before Halo would become a sensation, interest was already building. Just behind the Chief, you can see a warthog sending fire toward a Banshee. Further in the background is the arcing slope of the Halo itself. You may notice that Master Chief is still in the prototype phase, as changes would later occur to the helmet and armor. So this was the original design of Master Chief right here. How cool is that? Neat. You guys want to zoom? I'll give you a zoom. Pretty interesting. Really cool. All right. Yeah, I remember seeing the Xbox back in the day, the Xbox, the original, and thinking that the games looked so kind of like adult and sci-fi. Like they didn't have Mario, they didn't have like Smash Brothers. They had like all these dark-looking, sci-fi-looking robots and guns kind of games. And so the Xbox had this immediate, much more adult feeling. And I remember one day my brothers and I traded in our overused GameCube for an Xbox and immediately got, I think it was Halo 2, when Halo 2 was launching. Ooh, this one's a little stickier, okay? I miss the Halo days. I smoked the Zaza. He's never been outside. Ooh, me. Mister, you love the Zaza? I have tried weed for the first time. Was it last year, I think? I tried it for the first time. It wasn't really for me. Wasn't really for me. Weed, all I remember about weed is it made me feel fuzzy and like I was slowed down. Oh yeah, beautiful Cortana. All right, but is it stuck? Well, here we are. Wasn't sticking too bad, actually. I was just going to say, this pack feels a little sticky compared to the other one. The other one was really nice. That wasn't too bad, though. Wow. But that might not hit a 10. All right. Yeah, so I tried weed because it became legal in Missouri, and I don't know. I don't like weed for the same reason I don't like alcohol. It's just not my favorite feeling to feel slowed down. I like feeling sped up, like caffeinated. Love caffeine. I love caffeine and sugar. So for me, I like feeling sped up. I don't like feeling slowed down. You are. You need to take a 100 milligram gummy, then meet God. Is that a lot, I'm assuming? And then meet God. There we go. Maybe I would come up with really great ideas for the channel if I was super high on weed. I'd be like, bro. We are. All right. So you'd love Adderall. I might. Yeah, I've heard of like Adderall and what is it called? Ritalin or something. I've heard that gamers sometimes take like a drug that helps them focus really hard. Yeah, I might like that kind of stuff. You want these booster packs? I tore them and they look really nice. Thank you so much, Mr. Jared. Okay, we'll give this card a little top loader for you. Just a nice little top loader for Miss Cortana. Boogie Sugi. Shrooms is the way. You got to try a sativa strain. People are always saying, like, you got to try this strain, that strain, my strain, your strain. Here we are. I'm actually really okay with how my brain currently feels. Like, I don't feel like medicating it. If I medicate my brain, the only way I'd like to medicate it with a little caffeine and a donut. I love donuts. I love cookies. But I stay away from those because they're not super healthy for you. I certainly don't need the extra energy because I don't do anything too physical. So I try to stay away from those kind of things. Mr. Jared. Yeah, I feel great as it is. You know, people are always trying to do something to their brain to make themselves feel good. I don't really feel like I need that. Here's JD Melua from 12/23. Well, that's pretty expired. How long has this bag been floating around? We finally need the space. What's in here? Ah, see, look, it's just a ton of, a ton of one-piece hollows. Oh, he's got one pullback here. I wonder if I could just remove the hollow. I don't know. I don't know what to do with this, to be honest. I don't even have space for this. Like, I'm looking on my left. There's no room on the shelf for this. I'm going to have to put this somewhere. So this is like almost 2 years old now. It's out of here. It's just a bunch of hollows and like one pull. I bet you that pull is like $5 to $20. He said, I don't want to spend $9 shipping on $20 of cards. That's what he said. I'm sure in his head. All right, here we are. I get a prescription for a dock. I think that's what you meant to say. Do you accept any trades? I love trades. I actually really enjoy them. If you've got ungraded cards in your bag that you would like to liquidate in a trade, I would definitely consider it. It doesn't mean you'll get what you want. It doesn't mean that I'll say yes. But I'm always open-minded to trades. Anyone here on the table who got some ungraded cards, you have the ability to trade that for like a slab or something. Especially, let's say you got a nice hit and you just don't like that hit. I'm always open to a trade in those situations. Especially now, I have to have a lot of cards. Now that I got to do all this grading, I got to have a lot of cards. So it's more important now than before. Oh yeah, it looks like actually right here, our tag grading is on to slab assembly. So that means it's just got like 3 steps left and it's done. Quality assurance and slab imaging. So our September submission at the beginning of September is almost done at being sent back to us. I can't wait for that. What do you do with people who never pick up their cards? So their bag tends to get disassembled. Some of their cards get turned into junk packs. And on occasion, I find something I want to grade. So I'll grade it and liquidate it. And so that's it. You're donating me some nice little cards if you abandon your bag. You're saying, here you go, TCC, I love you so much that you're going to get a free card. Usually what they abandon is, you know, it's just some mid-tier B-level, C-level cards. I'm not picking up like Moonbryon out of an abandoned bag. Nobody abandons a Moonbryon. Nobody. It just isn't a thing. You never run into that. It's extremely rare for anything good to be left behind. People leave behind cards they really don't care about and they don't want. So, like in that bag we just showed off, there was like one pull in the whole bag, and it was just some, you know, it was like a simple hit pull from a box out of one piece. It wasn't a manga. Nobody leaves a manga behind. And so that's quite frequent. People, they don't want to spend $9 on shipping, and they say, just keep it. I don't even want it. Okay. So thank you, Jared. I appreciate it, man. We have a Blake order. Blake says, Mario Pack Gym Break. So this is super cool, guys. Right here. This is a graded booster pack, and you know, to grade booster packs with PSA is already really expensive. So the price on this is quite appealing. Let me explain. It's got a nice high 8, which is good for a wax pack. You might think in your head, I just collect 10s or something. No, the wax packs don't really grade 10. It's kind of like sketch cards. They don't really grade 10. They actually mostly just have lower grades, like 8, 7, 6, maybe lower than that. So an 8's actually pretty high for a wax pack, and this is only $70 total. Also, this is the red overalls Mario. So they had 2 print runs, red overalls and blue overalls. Well, red overalls was like a mistake because Mario doesn't have that color. That's not his correct color. So here it is. This is a gym break, and Mr. Blake is joining it. So I'm going to write you up here, Blake. So we need one other person in here if anyone would like to join. This is a gym break, which means one person pulls the pack and the other person misses. Okay. If you'd like to jump in there now. And again, it's $35. So we'll show that off, Mr. Blake, even if it doesn't get picked up right away. But those are very fun. When are we going to get a 6-7 title? 6-7. Okay. Maybe soon. Maybe we'll do it tonight. I don't know. That abandoned bag of One Piece, I send the $20 for it, says Ivan. No. We're not going to. The bags are never for sale. People have said that for years, that they just want to buy the bags. We don't do that. We are. All right. So, all right. We have Mr. Blake also saying he wants, click, Slab away the 175 Link Nintendo Booster Pack. Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. So I think we were holding that back for you. Where'd that thing go? You might be interested to know that I actually found more of those, but I think I was saving a round of them for myself is what I was doing. Would you like me to show that off? Where did the link go? I think I set that to the side for you, and now I don't know where it is. Oh, is this it? Haha, so there it is. Link. Alicia, I'm joining the gym break. All right, so it's whoever joined first gets in there. But here's the thing. We have more than one of those packs. So if you both want in, you can both send for it, and I'll just get another pack ready, and we'll have a second gym battle, okay? So that's not a problem. All right, so here it is, Mr. Blake. This shall be property of Blake. Good. And we'll grab this. So you'll owe $150 left on it. Oh, look at that. Good. We're jumping over here. This is a extremely cool slab away, by the way. What he's slabbing away is an extremely rare Nintendo Series 2 game pack, and they barely printed any of those. Barely printed any of them, so it's very rare. All right, so Mr. Blake, you got some other cards to pay off. I'll allow this, but you got some other cards, okay, guys? Okay, guys? I think I was going to say okay, guys, but I should be saying okay, Blake. What's going on in my head? I know what's going on in my head. I'm doing too much at the same time. Too much multitasking. PSA 7. Nintendo Game Pack 2 Link. This says 75 down to 155. There it goes. Okay, good. Let me go place this in the box. Did you price pack slabs last night? Says Dennis Manieri. Well, we priced them the other day. I don't know about last night. But we priced them the other day, sure. Hey, what's up, chat and Mr. Hey, Rain, Brian, how's it going, man? Here's Mr. Hanky. Here's Bulbasaur. And here is Ditto. Oh. So, thank you, Blake. Now we have an order over here. Happy Thursday, everybody. Mark J. Valerian for 10 packs of Pokemon Korean Lost Abyss. That's a very popular one. The Lost Abyss gives you a chance for the Alt-Art Giratina. He said 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hubby sent a ZELLE order. He forgot to mention it's for Alicia. Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay. How you guys been doing? You guys doing well? All right. I have that Bulbasaur in the yellow deck. Nice. It's a very good card. What we're learning about the poker cards is that the red deck is pretty popular as well. So I would say red deck, yellow deck. The green and the blue, there's nothing wrong with those decks at all. Here we are. It's just that we know people seem to really like this Charizard on the back. The funny part is this is not the rarest deck. The 1998 yellow deck is the rarest one. But people just really like Charizard. So, but the yellow deck has Pikachu on the back too, so that's really good. Yeah, I noticed yellow deck does seem to be harder to find when you're looking. And it does seem to go for a premium. But red also gets that premium. Like red deck shouldn't beat blue deck, but it does in price. Blue deck should be more expensive because blue is rare. And then green deck seems to be, amongst all the decks, green deck seems to be one of the least popular. People don't want the one with Venusaur on the back. Go figure. We are? All right. All right. Nothing crazy popping out of those. Let's put this over here. My brain's all over the place right now. Want to get the Charmeleon Charizard in yellow deck. Ooh, good luck with that, man. We are. I got a couple of those yellow deck Charizards. How much money you got? I don't know. I could sell one of the Charizards to help fund all this tag grading, man. Man, grading 500 cards is tough because I don't have all the money I spent last month. I don't have those slabs back yet. So there's this cash gap right now between having spent the money on the grading and needing the slabs. So hopefully I get those very soon. I want that money back. I want to be able to start selling, because even when you get them back, you don't make all the money on day one. It takes a while to work through the slabs. You actually have to sell them. You guys don't understand. This is a big change coming for us. 500 slabs. All of a sudden we're just gonna have 500 new slabs. Like, so it's gonna be an eBay fest, I suppose. We're gonna end up having a huge stack of slabs that are just sitting around waiting to be priced. Probably that's what's gonna happen. So, and that's gonna occupy much of our work. Is just going to be sitting down and pricing slabs at some point, because we won't have any time to waste trying to get them turned around to pay for the next round of 500 slabs. So the nature of our channel is about to change. Was it 500 a month or quarterly? No, it's 500 every month. It's a lot, and I said let's do it. So the feeling of the channels about to be a little different because of the sheer number of slabs we're going to be getting. We are. Also, I have to start thinking about how I'm going to expand into different areas of cards, because one of the challenges isn't just paying for all the grading. The other challenge is I have to have something to grade, which I have tons of cards laying around that need to be processed so that I can get them graded. They've just been waiting for years. They've been like marinating or like wine in a cellar. So I got plenty of stuff laying around, but I don't know if that's truly sustainable. I need to have some sort of source of raw cards to actually grade. So I have to start thinking about that. I will buy them almost instantly. Mr. Please let me know if there are any Rayquaza cards in that 500 slabs. I don't think, yeah, there are actually. There's a couple, but not in the submission that's currently returning. Hey, what's up? Chris Rinaldi's back. Here we are. It's Chris Rinaldi. Okay, Ivan Rodriguez, the TCC slab on the table. You got it. Here it is. This one? You wanted this one? This one's 28. I can give it to you for 24 because we're besties. Here's another interesting slab, but that's a little more expensive than 28. It's got to be this one. So I'm going to give this to you for 24. Okay, I don't mind. All right. I don't know if I have a bag over there. It's been so long. Ooh. Yeah, we've had some people returning, and they're like, so do I still have a bag? We are. He sent 2 payments in to cover it. Oh, I was going to give it to you for 24. Okay, Christian Rinaldi. Let's see. Christian Rinaldi. Whoa, the C bags are so full right now. I bet you it's not here. How old would you say it could be? Oh, there it is. Christian Rinaldi. That's not too old. That says 425 on it. There it is. That's not too old at all. Some guys come in and they're like, so I've got a 2-year-old bag. Is it still there? And it's like, maybe. Probably not. But there you go. Yours says 425. Now, I always recommend to people to ship it by like 325. Don't let it get to a full month, full year. Don't let it do that. Don't let us reach April. It's a bad idea. I don't know if you guys know all the rules on repos. One of the rules is that by the 6-month mark, I'm allowed to remove hollows. And if all you have is hollows, the whole bag could disappear. So be careful with that, okay? By the 6-month mark, if I deem your bag to be full of junky hollows, we'll just remove them to make the bag thinner. So be aware of all the rules, okay? We have a document. You can read about that. Where's that document? The document is featured under the buyer agreement. There is a link, a Google document link, and you should always check on that. Let me pop it in over here. I'm going to open it myself. Okay, let's see. Change of address. If you change your address, you are responsible to let me know. Let's see. Oh, here it is. We give you 1 year to ship your bag. After 1 year, it's considered abandoned because it's so common for people to abandon yucky bags. You can reset the date on your bag for $5 if you wish. International buyers can reset the date on their bag for free, but you must come into the stream and ask for it. And lastly, if your bag has been on the table longer than 6 months and contains only junk or hollows, it can be removed sooner than 1 year. So that is a warning. We almost never do this, by the way, but it is possible. So we almost never do it, but it is possible. Be aware of that. All right, so those are some of the rules. You might not, who reads rules these days? Does anyone read rules? I probably myself would not read the buyer agreement because I'm too lazy, but it exists and you should read it. Team Rocky Grunt says, heard you're interested in buying cards from bags in the table. If you're slow, can you check my bag to see if you want any cards for store credit? Yeah, I could definitely do that. Team Rocky Grunt, you've got a lot of cards over here, so we might be able to make some kind of deal. Maybe what you could do is if you see a slab or something, or if there's a particular thing you want to trade for, you can point it out. It's hard to trade for like just pure store credit, because I think that would be me sitting down and doing some calculation on every raw card. But yeah, if you find something you want, you can say, hey, can I trade for that? But you should have some decent amount of stuff. Like you got this whole bag right here. Like here's a bag of hollows. I wouldn't value this very highly, but I might be happy to get rid of it just because by eliminating this big chunk of hollows, you actually reduce the cost of shipping for me. So this would be worth maybe a couple dollars, maybe like $3. A bag of hollows, I receive hollows for free constantly, so it's not actually a very big priority to me at all. There it is. Plus the fact that hollows these days, they're all printed so poorly, and there you go. But occasionally I do look at hollows as a source of grading. So you've got all these bags, Mr. Team Rocket Grunt. So now out of here, you've actually got some stuff to look at. You got some hits over here. Looks like some of them have been pre-graded, so we know these are not going to grade well. But I don't know. I could put these into maybe a thing where it's just raw cards for sale. So you got a whole bunch of stuff in this hit bag that you might want to eliminate. Let me give you an example. Bronzor and Halucha. Nobody really cares too much about them. I might do the work of getting them graded and listed up on eBay. And so for me, it might be worth it. But for you, you might be happier just eliminating them and turning them into some kind of cheap slab. Or if you have more than just those two that you're giving up, maybe a slightly more expensive slab. Here we are. But you're right. So, and then you got like this whole bag. Let's see what's in this bag, Team Rocket Grunt. Take those hollows. Here we go. So you got all this stuff in here, and I think these are just like EX cards. EX cards aren't even that good for grading, to tell you the truth. I feel like EX cards, maybe this Tyranitar, but you know, at best the Tyranitar will sell for 20 bucks. So I can take those and give them away. I can take them and put them in the raw shuffles. You guys should check out those raw shuffles. They've been kind of evolving over time. We can put them in the raw shuffles, which earn me a little bit of money. We can take them and just have them stack up till they're 10 years old, like wine, and maybe 10 years later they have some value. But the question is, will I even be doing this in 10 years? Like, do I ever retire one day? So there's all kinds of options there. But so if you see a slab, you want to trade for that slab, you might be able to get rid of some of your junk in your bag for that trade. Let me go ahead and turn this music on. And nowadays, with, again, this tag grading around the corner, I am a bit more interested in trades for raw cards. Okay, we're on to Miss Alicia Brown, Gym Break. So you got this at 551. Let me just check this over here. We have Julian Zamaripa and Romaldo, who ordered at 554 for the Mario pack. Okay, so it will go to Alicia, the break will. But you know what we can do? We can actually set up a second break, okay? So we'll set up a second one for you, and you'll go into that one, and we'll advertise it. But for this round, it's going to be Blake and Alicia. Let's see how they turn out. Let's see how they fare. Ready? Mr. Did my order went? I lost service. For the Absol? I did it for the Absol, yes. Absolutely. So we're looking for Blake. We're looking for Alicia in here. I should alphabetize these. Andrew. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. What is this? Ah, there's Alicia. Blake's got a card, right? Did I miss it? I swear Blake's got a card. By the way, if you ever see a break like this, you never have to actually do the break. You can just buy both sides of the break, and then it's your item. So if you just want to buy one of these booster packs, consider just sending in for a full booster. Blake, you need a new card? You might need a card. Wait, this place might now not exist in 10 years. WTF am I going to do then, mister? I don't know. If I ever truly retire, I would hope that I could have somebody take this channel over and just keep it running. That'd be nice. Wait, what are you talking about, Bombaclat? What did Bombaclat say? Chris says, have you seen Koro Mew? I got 3 of them for like $250 a few years ago, and now they're almost 1,100. Oh, you have no idea, Mr. Chris Rinaldi. I actually have a PSA 10 of one of those. I made a video about it. You might not have seen the video. It's in our shorts. But I made a video about how I just bought it at the beginning of the year for like 3.5 thousand, and now the cheapest one's like 20,000. Some ridiculous valuation. But yes, I noticed that card went up as well. I'll be the new TCC and only open up girl packs. What? We are? All right. You're not even going to open up some femboy furry packs? All right, you ready? Ready? Here we are. Wow, look at those likes. 47. You guys are too nice. Thank you, everyone. Okay. Ooh, ooh, says Cody. Here goes. Ah, Blake's got the advantage with an energy card. Sarah Ledge isn't bad, though. Oh, it's going to go to Sarah Ledge. All right, round 2. Chen Pao's good, 220. Articuno, round 2 goes to Mr. Blake. It's all tied up now, guys. Oh, Lugia's strong. Oh, an energy card helps. Oh! It will go to Miss Alicia. She pulls a 310. Serena is actually 330 because the energy card. All right. So Miss Alicia will end up pulling the pack. Sorry, Mr. Blake. This time it's Miss Alicia. All right. You have to make a book on rip and ship Pokemon and then one on Pokemon collecting. It's funny you would say that. I was just telling Mike Side that maybe I should write a book on Pokemon card collecting, like a theory of collecting or something like that. Whoa, what? Is this really Alicia Brown's card? What the hell? Look at this. 9 wins, 1 miss. What? Holy, dude. Oh, damn, mister, you want to quit in a few years? Oh, I got to get you store credit, NHCC. I owe you store credit. We never worked that out. And no, not necessarily. I don't necessarily want to quit in a few years. But if I were sick or if Karis was sick, or, you know, so you never know what happens with your health, right? So if anything bad were to happen to me, yeah, obviously you'd have to stop then. You just never know what 10 years, I'll be, what, 46 years old? That's old enough to be having problems. So you never know what'll happen. All right, that goes to Miss Alicia, and she has one of the most insane win ratios on the gym breaks. You have a background experience on TCG collecting. Well, it's not just that, but I actually enjoy writing. I don't know if you guys knew this, but when I was like 15, I wrote like a whole freaking book. I wrote the entire thing by hand, and it was like 700 pages long, and it's saved in a suitcase. And so I really enjoyed writing when I was younger. There we go. And so I still enjoyed thinking and writing. There we go. I probably could make a nice book. Do my best shot at maybe sharing some ideas. Here we go. Alicia Brown. Oh, yeah. Hit that like button. So I'm going to go get another Mario pack now. I'll be right back. That's a PSA 8. It says here the Mario was actually supposed to be $95. Look at this price tag on the exact same slab. It says 95 on it. I wonder if we were underpriced that whole time. Let me take a look. Where'd my cell phone go? Oh, there it is. All right, so let me take a quick look into this. Were we underpriced that whole time? PSA 8. Mario pack. No. It looks like the cheapest one on eBay. Oh, wait, that's a blue overalls. No, we're correct at $70. We might have been overpriced in the past, that's all. Okay, so this is correct at 70. Let me fix this. Fix this. How much is that TCC slab on the left? Miss Tammy's Lugia card. We looked this up. So here are the facts on this Lugia. A BGS 9 sold for $125. So here's a TCC G10, and it's 80 bucks. It's like $45 cheaper. It's actually a pretty good deal. And the main problem with the card, you can see it's top to bottom centering on the back. So it's very presentable. There's nothing really wrong with it other than it doesn't qualify for a 10. But there you have it. That's a very attractive price if you're willing to accept that it's not in like a PSA label. Okay, here it is. Let's grab this. I think that's a good price for that card. I mean, it's Lugia, guys. And it's the Ace of Spades. It's pretty good. Okay. I'm a cop it. How much is that doggy in the window? It's a 9, not a 10. Yeah, keep in mind, that's a 9. Did I say 10? So the last sold BGS 9 was $125. This is only $80. It's a very good price. And ours is a really nice looking card. All right. $35, 1 and 2. Okay. Greetings from Germany. Ah, Dankeschön. Wie geht's? Okay, so this is Romaldo. Romaldo. That's a cool name. We are. Romaldo. Martinez. I think I have to make you a new battle card if I had to bet. A scorecard. So we are waiting on one more person to join the second round of this pack break. We have another pack break running. This is a gym break because it's only for 2 people. This is round number 2. And Romaldo's in there waiting for a gentleman or gentlewoman to join. All right. Thank you, guys. Let's move on to the next order. Matt, he's a member for 32 months. Where does the time go, Matt? 32 months. In 4 months, that'll be 3 years, guys. How crazy is that? Mister, I'm getting another tattoo. You're getting another tattoo. Oh, man. A. Perez, that could be another Pokemon card. What are you talking about, bro? Here's Tyranitar. Just buy a Pokemon card and tape it to your arm, bro. Here we are. All right, but you guys can do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. Here we are. Ash Blossom. I think girls with tattoos are sexy. Girls with tattoos are sexy. Boys with tattoos, I don't know. I don't think it's sexy as much. You know, boys with tattoos, they look kind of, you know, like boys with tattoos. All right, so what do we got? Julian Zamaripa, what's up, man? Or it's Julian. And he says, Slab Away Venusaur and Celebi tag team on the All Slabs October in Discord. You got it, man. Let's go find that. Okay, you ready? I remember my dad had a tattoo that he got in the Navy. And it was like some sort of devil. Like a little gargoyle devil on like his shoulder. It's really funny. It almost made him look kind of like a pirate, actually. It is. And he sort of had that personality type, didn't he? What about my mom saw in my dad? Here we are. All right. Aha. This one right here? Okay. Well, your slab away fee is going to be $10, not $20, because it's a cheaper slab, okay? Okay. All right. If I ever get a tattoo, I'll have to get the Naruto 8 trigram seal. Ah, yes. The kind of tattoo that just makes the panties drop, for real. Girls are going to see that and think, now this is a man. I'm too cheap. I could never get a tattoo, guys, because I'm too cheap. I'm very thrifty. I am at the level of being psychotic when it comes to being thrifty. I couldn't stand. I personally, you might like it, I personally could not stand to spend my money on that. It would make me go, it would make me shake. I'd be triggered. I'd be like, ugh. Okay, you ready? That's because every dollar must go toward my investments. Okay, Zamaripa. Very determined. And this is going to say PSA 9, Celebi Venusaur. And it starts at 110. And then you've put a total of $30 down toward it. So it's actually $80 remaining. Thank you very much. TCC tramp stamps get you 5% off all orders. Yeah, if you guys want to get some TCC tattoos, I'll give you 5% on orders from now on. I'll give you freckle tattoos. That is insane. The freckle tattoos. I've seen that. They make fun of it. Who made fun of it? It was the one guy and his wife, that one comedian. Who's that one comedian? I don't remember his name. It's not popping up in my head. Man, I gotta have dementia or something, right? What's his name? I even watched him live here in Lake of the Ozarks. He came out here. Tom Segura. Tom Segura and his wife did a live stream bit on that, where they're watching this clip of this girl who does freckle tattoos, and they're like, "Look how natural and good it looks," and it didn't look good, and it didn't look natural. It was so funny, dude. My one of my sisters had a lot of freckles, and she didn't like it. Here it is. So it was very funny to watch somebody pay tons of money to have fake, bad-looking freckles intentionally placed on her face. Oops. You know what I mean? All right. 15%. I'll do it tonight. No way, dude. 15%? What, in perpetuity? Like forever? I'd have to raise my prices just because I'm scared you're going to buy from me. Actually, that was a big problem on this channel for a little while. We were doing a thing in the past where some of the best buyers, the biggest buyers, customers on this channel, they're very consistent. And so we had like a 5% off for all the moderators, and a couple buyers got an actual 10% off. And the problem with that is you couldn't price anything too low. Like, you had to have a wide margin on plenty of product, because you had to make sure that the big buyers would, you know, they're going to swoop in, empty out your inventory, and your margin has to be large enough to account for them coming in. And so there was a really unpopular point in the past where I said, all right, we're ending all of that. All of the special, you know, in perpetuity, 5% off, 10% off, no more of those deals. We don't do that. I had to end that. And it was a real problem back then, because it was affecting prices for normal people. Normal customers had to sort of bear the brunt of these specialized prices that took into account that some people had special discounts. So it was a bad, you know, it was a bad policy, effectively. Mr. Blake, 4 shuffles. You got it, Mr. Blake. These are the Poke Shuffles, guys. This is one of the most popular products on the channel ever. We've sold so many of these over time. They're $5 cards, and sometimes the cards come with the slab. You have to get lucky. They're always shuffled, so no one can really snipe you, so to say. So we just grab a random amount, and then we grab another random amount. NHCC wants to see his total store credit. 1, 2, 3. All right, so he wants to work on that store credit. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. You're pulling some cold ones this time. All right, so your round actually is cold. Now, these are actually his. He can keep them or he can donate them. Many people choose to donate them back to the box, but they're his. There you go. That's what he pulled. All right, so that was Blake Santoro. Thank you, Blake. What do we have? We have another Romaldo order. Oh, no, we already did that one. No, wait. Oh, Romaldo's buying out both sides of this pack. Let me sign him up for this. He says, wait a second. I don't want to do a break. I would just like to buy the pack out. Here you go, Mr. Romaldo. It's all yours. Now, if you're brand new to buying, and I think you might be, what you should know is that now your card, your booster slab, goes into storage. We don't actually automatically ship it. We put it into storage. In order to get this shipped, you have to buy a round of shipping. Shipping is $9 in the United States. The good news is that you can just keep piling up what it is you have over here. So you can buy slab after slab after slab. You can open up booster boxes. And then when you're ready, you pay one time for shipping and it all goes. So you benefit from combined shipping. Or you can just ship immediately if you're really impatient and want your stuff right away. So whatever you want. Some people choose to keep their stuff over here for a little while as they build it up. All right, so now you know a little bit about shipping if you're brand new. NHCC, let's start helping him. There's Anthony. He's in dealer mode. Give him a second. In one ear, out the next. Here we go. Well, there's people in queue. I have to take care of them too, okay? So there's NHCC. So NHCC, according to this, you have $257 of store credit, but we also have to give you some additional store credit. So give me a second. We have to, you know, I'm not trying to ignore anybody. Okay, so let's see. QRs times 5, $25. PEDS times 2. Pedigrees, I think you mean pedigrees. TCCG full refund, TCCG PRTL refund ×1, my dress up pre-order refund ×2, need your help, could not find any on my end. So for the for the dress up darling stuff, we didn't already refund you for that potentially, did we? You know, it's odd. I don't think I would have thrown that away without having taken care of it first. So weird. That's the problem with not doing receipts for that kind of stuff, you know. That's the problem with it, because if we might have already thought of canceling the My Dress Up Darling. We might have already substituted it, and then after we substituted it, I bet you I would have crossed it out, and then I would have thrown it away. But we don't have any proof of doing that or not doing that now, so that is a problem. See, I need to really consider that we need like a receipt system for stuff like that. When it comes to store credit, we don't have a receipt system. And so it becomes very tricky. People could genuinely not remember what happened in the past and then try to spend store credit twice. So that is a tricky thing, isn't it? Don't worry, I wouldn't do you dirty, but nah, I never got a single refund from you. Yeah, I agree. But, you know, imagine that we did a very long time ago. Let's say that we did it like 3 or 4 months ago, and let's say we both forgot. So you wouldn't, you know, in the event of a true forgetting, the whole idea is you don't have that memory. But the Dress Up Darling, could you tell me how much you bought? I don't even know how much you bought. Did you locate that? You know what we need? We need to locate that PayPal order. So what you need to do is we need to find out when we were discussing Dress Up Darling. We need to do that. And we need to find out how much you actually paid for it so that we can get the proper amount over here. Because I don't know how much you actually bought. Like maybe you bought 1 box of it. I'm betting you bought 1 box of it, right? And so we just need to know what the box was going for back then. So try looking up Dress Up Darling and then checking the menu of that stream. So try looking up old streams with Dress Up Darling in the title or something. We'll see what happens. I bought 2 pre-orders, 2 separate PayPal pre-orders. Mister, why not use a penny message for a receipt? Yes, although also NHCC has a ton of orders, so it's just hard to track those down sometimes. So Dress Up Darling needs a refund apparently, which I find strange that I would not have already done something like that. And then the QRs and the pedigrees are easy. So let's get those together. That's 35. So 257 plus 35 is 292. I should have a receipt system or something. Okay, and then TCTG grades full refunds. So here's the deal with the refunds. Are you saying you don't want the grading from tag at all, by the way? So when they arrive from tag, what that means is I have to crack them out of the tag slab. Do you want them to remain in the tag slab? If you do, I will lower the price of the tag grading to $15 per grade. Would you be interested in that at all? You are? So that's a pretty good deal, I'd say. That's a $15 grade. You actually still get a refund, and you get your cards encapsulated. It's kind of nice. The tag you offered a partial refund on the Zard, I'm cool. Partial refund on the Zard, you cool. Leave it in the tag slab. Perfect. So then that would be, there's 2 tag slabs, right? There's 2 of them. So that would be 70 minus 30. So $40 there plus 292. So you now have 332. So now you're keeping the tag slabs, and you have a very good price on them. So you got a good deal there. Thank you for that. And then, so after that, it's this TCC grading partial refund. Oh, that was the conversation. Okay, so then there's just one thing left. Dress Up Darling. We got to find those PayPal orders. That's what has to happen. And that can be really hard to dig up if you've been buying stuff for years. The trick, I really do think the trick is to try and find the time period that we were selling those. Because we know we ran out of them, and then I ordered more, and then my horrifyingly terrible news supplier who totally stole from me, he failed to fulfill those orders. That was the problem, remember that? So at the time that we were opening them, we might have made a short. Maybe you can locate that short, or you can find a stream that has that menu in it with Dress Up Darling. Whatever the case is, we got to go find some kind of way to verify what it was going for. So we got to figure that out. So you're at 332 with the grading refunds. So that's all good, and you're still getting that nice tag grading on those 2 cards. So let me place this over here. The Blastoise and Marco Energy card were to be TCC graded with QR codes. Here it is. As well, all prepaid. Blastoise and Marco Energy Card. Marco Energy Card. Are they? I wonder if they're still down there. I need to go look at that. Let's see. The full refund is the Blastoise and the Energy Card. You full refunded those two. Oh, you're saying you're doing a full refund on 2 cards, Blastoise and Marco Energy. Let me take a quick look in the actual... So what did we send a tag for you real fast? Let's head over to the tag submissions. It says here we sent... For Mr. NHCC, we sent... Here are the M's. Oh, here it is. It says here that we sent Charizard Holo Pokemon Go and Azure Lane Regrade. And so you're saying that there's 2 more cards for you to be sent to TCC. Is that what you're saying? So then what I need to do next, my next step is to go locate that. Let me write that down. Need to locate two more grades for NHCC. You said Blastoise and an energy card. All right, so we need to locate those. And then what I can do at that point is put those cards in your bag, and you can make a choice on them, whether to send them to tag or PSA or anything, or not grade them. So those are all options. Back from fixing the dryer, man, appliances are annoying. You fixed it? It says you full refunded those 2. It shows what I paid for. Oh, are you saying that we already took care of that? Is that what you're saying? QR stamp channel list, what I paid for. Okay, let me take a quick look at that. Yeah, why don't we continue this discussion over private message now, and I'll move on to the next order, okay? But let me look at the timestamps. So, Pogo ETB break, additional TCC grading, Blastoise Holo, Energy Card, Marco to NHCC. Older TCC grading was the Charizard, no pedigrees, QR codes on all 3. All right, so it sounds like I need to locate the Blastoise and the Energy Card, and then I paid for them, but they never got done. But yeah, sounds good. Okay, sounds good. So those 2 cards are also canceled then. And you could do, honestly, you could do anything you want with them. So you could send those off to tag or PSA, or just have them in your bag. But yes, it's unfortunate, but we're going to take a break. We're going to put a pause on TCCG grading. I don't want them like sitting around for all time, and then you're like, will these ever be done? So that's why I thought it would probably a good idea to just say we're taking a break from it. Interestingly enough, Karis has been working really hard on, she has been changing the size of the TCC label so that it can't wiggle around in the reservoir anymore. So she worked really hard on that for a while. The last time I bought packs on here was when I was buying 5 XY Evolutions for $25. Good times, says Mr. Shiny Stonks. Nice, man. Yeah, we're still running. Aaron Rodriguez. Hey, mister, can I get 2 Inferno X and 2 Ghost of the Past? You got it. All right, so there's 2 Inferno X and 2 Ghost of the Past. We're still running all this time later, Mr. Shiny Stonks. What do you think of that, man? Got 1. We're on our way to 100,000 subscribers. And by the way, guys, when we hit that number, there's going to be a big giveaway. So be sure to be there. And if you haven't subscribed, smash that subscribe button now. By the way, it helps you know when we go live anyway, so it's useful. There we go. Sometimes we go live at erratic times. Can you move the camera to the left? To the left? Like this? On my screen, the full slab's in the image. There you go. Home owning is a ton of work no one prepared me for. Let me have a sip of my drink here. I'm having some heartburn there. I haven't eaten anything today. I need to eat. I got a nice walk-in today. Are you ready? Took a nice 30-minute uphill walk. I was sweating my buns off by the end. There you go. Wait till you have to pay for a roof, Alex. Yeah, wait till then, Alex. Okay. Could this be it? Could this be the ghost rare right here? It's not. Thank you, Aaron Rodriguez. Thank you so much. Oops. Oscar Sendez, what's up, man? What's up, baby? All right. There's this freaking dress-up darling. Dude, I got so screwed by that supplier. The supplier for the dress-up darling. He was so bad, dude. Hate that guy. That guy lost me so much money. All right. I've never had such a bad experience with the supplier. and he has not fulfilled the last 2 cases of product he owes me. He's pretty much a thief, right? It's a weird kind of theft. Here it is. I should have just charged back his orders as soon as I detected they weren't being properly fulfilled, instead of trying to work with him. Like, that was the mistake. I was like, okay, we'll work it out. Here it is. All right, we have chef. But it's difficult because you very badly want to have a good relationship with the supplier, right? You very badly want to work that relationship through one Waifu shuffle, because suppliers make and break a card shop. And so it's, you know, it seems important to keep that relationship good. And but no, this guy, he needs to be like sued or something for the remaining product. You can't. It's a lot of product. It's maybe about $3,000, and he hasn't shipped it. It's ridiculous, dude. All right. This is why I'm leaning towards tag. Clobberpuss is 30 bucks. Copped 4 for $8 each yesterday. Dang, I just noticed that ditto. I keep seeing these YouTube live streams of people selling stuff. How do you actually buy any of it? Hey, what's up, Braden? That's a cold one, Mr. Arturo. Sorry, man. All right, cold one this time. You hit the gym. Great job, man. So Braden P, this is what's known as a live rip and ship, and this is the oldest live rip and ship on YouTube. Nobody was doing it before me. I was the first one. And so this is the oldest one. We're in year 7 of operation. We specialize in a lot of things on this particular rip and ship channel. We specialize in these breaks. Like, for example, what's the closest moving break? Well, I would say this is the fastest moving break right here. Like this one right here. This is 7 out of 16, 9 spots left. That's for a booster box. And then, well, we had a gym challenge pack, but that one's gone now, just sold. We get another gym challenge pack running. So we're all about these cool breaks where you have a shot to take home an unusual product that you could not normally pull out of a booster pack. We're all about that over here. We specialize in that. I'm a good host. I've been hosting those breaks for a long time, years. And to participate, all you have to do is get into the description of the live stream. That's what you need to do. Get into that description, and you'll be able to send some money over with PayPal or with Cash App or Venmo or ZELLE. We accept Wise from international orders as well. They can do any of the methods, but we have Wise. Some people use Wise. We have crypto. You can mail in a check. Somebody asked about that today. Can I mail in it? Or yesterday, and I said, yes, we do accept checks. I used to open packs with Mr. back in the day. Haven't ordered in so long. Wow, you know, Glatchy, we're running into so many people who have popped back into the stream and said, I remember you from a long time ago. How can I purchase, says BBQ. What's up, man? I'm maidenless today, says A. Perez. I remember when you pulled me my PSA 10 XY Evolution Holo Charizard. Do you still own it? Hopefully you didn't sell it. You didn't sell it, did you? We pulled a bunch of those, and many of them graded 9 or 8. But like 1 or maybe 2 of them graded 10. So we contributed to that number. It's pretty amazing when you think about it. And that card today is worth probably like 3.5 if I had to bet. 3.5 to 4, right? So I pray to God you held on to it because it's doing well. But if you didn't, that's okay. A lot of people have accidentally sold their Pokemon cards. We can forgive them. You invented slab packs with your live customs. I don't care what anyone says. Yeah, we did a lot. All right, let me go grab this. All right. The live costumes. Ta-da! So there is a new game pack. This would be the 3rd one. We just sold 2 of them. Okay. Boosty pack grading. There it goes. Let's get a sticker on this. We did a lot over the years. All kinds of fun ideas. You know, I was thinking we could bring back single pulls again one day. Poker, Karuta, Old Maid, Classic Collection. I don't know what else. Maybe Uno should be added. We could bring back those single pulls. But, you know, the reason that they weren't there anymore is because I felt like people just weren't hitting them that hard, you know. Maybe we could have a different kind where it's like 1 of each. 1 poker card, 1 Karuta, 1, you know, like a mix. Create like a booster pack where it's a mix of all of them. And they're just blind put together. And then if you're lucky, you pull like a big hit or something, you know. All right, so this is 35. 1 and 2. I went by Winston back then. Winston Lee, perhaps? Was it Winston Lee? It's Winston Lee. I like the single pools. We might have had multiple Winstons, of course, over time, but if it was just Winston and nothing else, that wouldn't surprise me either. Winston Nguyen. Wow. Yeah, we've had a couple Winstons. So that's a very old one. You know, it's funny, Winston. I've moved from house to house a couple of times. Would you guys like to see where I'm living now? Check this out. I'm going to show you. We're in Lake of the Ozarks. I want to show you Lake of the Ozarks real fast while the light's still up. Okay, check this out. Check out where we're living, Winston Nguyen. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That's my backyard. Not bad. Look at the big hills in the background. See the hills? That's why it's so hard to move. Beautiful out here. All right. That's why it's so hard to move. Whew. That is very peaceful. It's very beautiful, but we have to pay Missouri a 5% tax to be here. So if we move to like Nevada or Florida or Tennessee, which are all pretty good options, we just save 5% on all of our sales. Not only that, I own this really great Pokemon card collection. So if I just crossed the border into like Tennessee, you could almost think of that whole collection being worth 5% more because you avoid a 5% tax. So, but it's hard to move. This is nice. It's a nice, beautiful place. Pretty boring in the winter. Florida, baby. You said no car, right? On my way. In California, by the way. I also remember when Mr. had a six-pack abs. I did have six-pack abs when I was like 18. Now I got a one-pack ab. All right. You were just moving into that home around when I started to quit ripping packs, says Glashy. Oh, okay. You also pulled me the Mew tubes out of only 3 packs of Shining Legends. So many great memories. Yeah. Those Mew tubes that now sell probably like for like $4,000 or $5,000, right? I had there was a time where I bought like 5 or 6 of those off eBay in a row because they were $75 a piece for a PSA 10. And I thought, I'm going to sell these for like $120. I'm a genius. And I did. I liquidated all of them. They were all gone at some point. All I had to do was hold them for years. If I had just held them from that day to this day, they'd be worth like $5,000. And I didn't realize what I had. I've told stories like this before. Like I once sold a Dark Charizard First Edition PSA 10 holo that I bought for $800. And I sold it for like $1,000 and instantly made $200. And I thought I was a genius. I thought I was the smartest guy ever. I was like, wow, I just made like $200 in like a day. I was shocked, right? I'd never made so much money so quickly, so easily. All I had to do was hold it. He's like an $8,000 card now. Oops. So, but you know, it's nowadays you understand that Pokemon card hodling is the righteous thing to do because it's just crazy what the cards are doing nowadays. The queue is empty, by the way, guys. If you'd like to open anything at all, take a quick look at the description of the menu. That will show you how to place an order. We got these breaks up here. These just started. So, the end of September, a whole bunch of big end breaks finished. And now we got brand new ones. We got this pricey staff card. He's got a long way to go. He's going to be with us for a while. We got this really spectacular Pop 1 Hard Light Master Chief. Have you guys seen this? So this comes out of Halo Legacy. These packs here, let me show you real fast. He comes out of here. He's just a really beautiful card. HL1, huh? Hard Light 1. And it's considered like a chase card in the packs. Very hard to pull. So rare. You have to open so many, and these are from basically like hobby boxes. So there's 2 types of these Halo Legacy packs. Some people don't know this. Some of them are hobby boxes, and some of them are retail, right? And so these are the hobby boxes, and we pulled one of these Halo Legacy Master Chief Hard Lights out, and it graded 9. But this one was purchased off eBay because it graded 10, and now we're hosting a break on it. It's a spectacularly rare Halo Master Chief card, probably one of the best breaks we've ever offered for Halo. And so I don't anticipate that this one will last too long. You kind of just have to wait for people to get their paychecks on like Fridays. And so as the weeks go by, this guy will go like that. He'll disappear. I mean, Pop 1 is extremely good. I would rank that one as like an S tier break for sure. That's a top tier break. This one would be S tier, but I would say there's 2 flaws. People might be more comfortable with an expensive card like this if it was PSA labeled. It is this new company tag, right? I don't think that will affect it too much, The other thing that will affect it, though, is it's just pricey. So 40 times 29 is quite pricey. So this one will take a while, but that's okay. I really believe in this value. It's a great card. I own a couple of those. I'm a big into these staff cards now. You know how like people are into like those Pokemon Center promos? You know what I'm talking about? Got a little Pokemon Center stamp on it. Well, what's better than the staff stamp? These are even more rare than the Pokemon Center promos. Nice reverse holo stamp. So here's a nice one too. Here's a Hello Kitty black label, 1 in 6. If you got a girlfriend or a daughter or a niece or maybe a mom or a sister, or you just enjoy Hello Kitty and you're a guy, which is, I don't have a problem with that. I don't care about that. This is, you know, this is another top tier pull. Black label anything, but especially this beautiful holographic Hello Kitty holding 2 balloons. Very cute. She's saying you'll float too. That's another great break. We got some fantastic breaks. This one's for you guys. This one's for the Pokemon card collectors. Look at this. So if you're a Pokemon card collector, this was 41 and 19 when it started, and that was a premium price. It's not premium anymore. You know why? Because the price of the Gengar on eBay went up over time. So 41 and 19 is a good price now for the number of spots in the break. This is just an extremely good break. Again, this is one of those cards where as people hit those paychecks, this one will disappear. And when he gets down to like a little past the halfway point, he'll be gone like that, because that's what happens with the breaks. The beginning of a break is always very slow. No one likes to jump in at the beginning. I guess that's how it is. People who are really fanatical about the card, they jump in. But near the end, even if it's a card people don't like, near the end, they'll just jump in just to be part of the break. So by the time this guy reaches about 11 spots, expect him to disappear in a matter of days. He could be gone in one stream. So be careful with that. There's always this thing people learn if you do a lot of the breaks. You learn that the beginning of the break looks very slow, and the ending of a break can end in hours. So you could feel like you got plenty of time to jump into it. Once it hits that 11 or 12, you're all out of time. Everybody just piles in because they think it's going to be over in this particular stream. So take advantage of it while it's still around. Ivan Rodriguez wants a Blockbuster Mewtwo. I'm surprised you remember that. So we got these over here. These are Blockbuster Mewtwo promos, and I bought tons of them. So they're for sale for 20 bucks. Blockbuster Mewtwo. You can just have me add one to your bag. I bought an enormous number of these, and so I just sell them now. Here goes Ivan Rodriguez. We specialize in the breaks. One of my goals when it comes to the breaks is to share some of my skill with you guys on picking out cards that I believe go up in price over time. So I tend to pick out cards that I think are going to go up. And then when you pull that card in the break, and if you just sit on it, you'll be like sitting on an investable card. So that's what I like to do. I like to share my skill in picking out investable cards with you. All right, so you don't have a bag from the looks of it, Mr. Ivan Rodriguez. Let me create a new bag. We're going to add a pretty good amount of bulk to it to protect this nice Topps card. If anyone's here is hesitant, definitely buy packs. It's a great time. That's like when I sold all my Van Goghs for $250 to $300. Law got 8 of them from the PKC Drum. Yeah, so you got them at a good price, and you thought I better flip these while it's still flippable, while the market's still green. And now that same Pikachu is like $2,000 in a 10 or some crazy number. Yeah, well, I think a lot of people were caught off guard with how good the market was doing. Like, for example, just before the market jumped, I owned 2 Dark Blastoises, PSA first edition, and I sold one of them like a fool. Now that Dark Blastoise went from like $1,500 to $5,000. All I had to do was hold it. I sold it like a fool. The reason I sold it is because I figured, hey, I can sell it today for $1,500, and maybe I'll find one in auction for $1,000 or something. You know, I said it'll come back to me somehow. No, it won't. No, it won't. It will not. So the market shifted dramatically upward, and you just have whatever you got. You better have held on to it. But lucky for me, I had a lot of cards I wasn't willing to sell because I really love Pokemon card collecting. So I held on to the majority of my very best cards. I held on to. If you're here, you know, we show these off all the time, but I get to show off some extra cool cards to you guys because I keep some of them right next to us. There's the No Hollow Dragonite. You might remember that from a Rocket Box opening we did. Here's Glalie 1 of 1. I was just showing this off because somebody asked if I had any 1 of 1 cards. Here's a Charizard Gold Star. This guy jumped up to like $65,000 in value. Of course, that's the last sold. Doesn't mean you can buy one at that price anymore. Here's a card I graded myself. Rainbow Topps Pikachu Pop 3 from the Series 1 collection. Really special. You know, you can't get this in Topps Chrome. Topps Chrome didn't do this card. Some people don't understand tops enough to appreciate how rare that is. Here's a Mudkip Gold Star with a beautiful swirl by his head. So that's good. Here's a Gengar. I bought this from another PokeTuber. I don't remember who it was, unfortunately, and I got it for $4,000. Here's a nice Gold Star Gyarados. In January, I felt the winds of change, and I started spending money on Pokemon slabs like crazy. I dropped $95,000, $95,000 on Pokemon slabs just in January. Bought this guy for $19,000. He was a big part of that money. And he has turned into, magically, he's turned into a $60,000 card because that's the last sold. Here's that Southern Island Mew. I got him updated by PSA. Here's a Skyridge Ho-Oh. Here's a Masaki Gengar. So I was lucky because even though the market was in a slump for 2023 and 2024, I really just kept holding on to most of my stuff. I didn't want to sell. I really just loved Pokemon cards and didn't want to sell. Here's Quillfish. Here's a nice Charizard, a nice Poker Tyranitar. I need to put these away somewhere. This Dragonite, Mr. Brett was nice enough to sell me this Dragonite after our fall. It has sentimental value to me, even if it's not a 10. It's a sentimental card. So it was very nice of him to do that. And it was a sorry thing to see it not grade 10, but it did have some white specks on the back. Here's Dark Gyarados. This was one of those cards I sold and had to buy back. I sold them for like $600 or something. Had to buy it back for $1,900. Bought it back on $725. What a fool I was. Can't believe I sold it. I'm a big Gyarados fan, if you guys didn't know that. Here is Arcanine Legendary Collection. Purchased this for $1,000 in 2023. Probably like a $4,000 or $5,000 card now. I don't know. Rayquaza. Mr. got diamond hands. I've got diamond hands now. It's actually, that is true. That is exactly what happened, and that's why it's so fun to show off. This Rayquaza, purchased from a fan on 11/23, but grudgingly. I didn't want to buy it. I was like, I don't want that card. This guy came to me and he said, you know, I don't want this Rayquaza. Will you buy it from me? And I said, I don't want him either. I'm not a Rayquaza collector. I don't have a lot of Rayquazas. But to help him out, I was like, you know what? I'll buy it from you. And he last sold for $6,000, from $650 to $6,000. I don't know what he's for sale for now, but he is one of the more prestigious EX Deoxys cards. And at the time, one of my beliefs was that all of the sets associated with the Gold Stars, all the reverse holo stamps in those sets would rise with the Gold Stars, because my belief was that the Gold Stars would pull them up with them, and that came true, actually. Here's a Tyranitar. I'm just a big Tyranitar fan. Well, if you just came into the stream, we actually just spent $14,000 on a new Tyranitar card. Did you guys know that? I just bought maybe the king of Tyranitars. What do you guys think is the best Tyranitar card in the hobby? I don't know which one it is. Might be this one. I bought this one when I sensed that the XY era was about to explode. I said, Legends CA is a Mega Evolution set. I better go get the best XY Charizard. Got him for $5.3 thousand. I don't know what he's doing, what kind of numbers he's doing today. But yeah, we just bought a $14,000 Tyranitar. I set a new world record on the price for that Tyranitar. I figured somebody ought to do it, and this time it'll be me. We set a new world record price on Tyranitar. Let me show you the one I just bought it. I'm showing it off before it's even here, but we'll show it off. So here it is. We bought this one right here. And that'll be Shining Tyranitar Japanese, population like 68, I think. So that makes him one of the coolest and rarest Tyranitars from the past, right? Because Tyranitar, he comes out in the Neo generation, correct? And there's a couple versions of him that are cool, but nothing's more cool than the Shining Tyranitar. So he's really the holy grail. Well, I've got 3 of the PSA 10 first edition Holo English Tyranitars, 3 of them. By the way, that was one of those cards I stupidly sold in 2024 or 2023. I sold it to Joey Albrecht, I think for like $4,000 or $5,000. Might have been $4,000. Now that card's like $10,000. But I quickly bought one back when I realized what was going on. So I've still got 3 of them. Now the 4th one will be that Japanese one, and I believe he might be the holy grail of Tyranitars. All right, let me turn this music back on. 15K, yeah, a little drop of money. Wow, mister, how come a lot of the women aren't trying to get with you? Oh, you know how it is. Women just can't get enough of us guys who spend all our money on Pokemon cards. Here's Tai Hua, PSA 8 Mario Wax Pack. What? People are just buying the Wax Pack outright. It's really cool. Here you go, Tai Hua. So we sold a couple Mario packs. Do you have the Gold Star Rayquaza? In my opinion, that's the best card in all Pokemon. You know, funny enough, I had a chance to buy one for like $25,000. There was this point where $25,000 was a price I could actually pay for it. in that time period, instead of buying that, I believe I bought a Crystal Charizard. And so there was one for sale for like 25,000. The market was looking at it. It had like 1 million watchers. And I was like, maybe. But I decided not to buy it because I'm not a Rayquaza buyer. I don't buy Rayquazas too often. He's a good-looking Pokemon. I have nothing against him. I'm just not a Rayquaza buyer. And I like Gyarados better, right? And so I better get another one of these, huh? We're going to sell out of these. The Marios, we only have a couple left. All right. How much is that Rocket Pack break? Camera cuts it off a bit. So this is $38, and there's 11 spots. These booster packs are becoming impossible to break because they're becoming so expensive over time. Enjoy it while it lasts. I say that all the time. I've been saying that for years. And now you got an unlimited pack pushing $38 per spot. But it's true. Enjoy it while it lasts. Christopher Houghton, Mr. 5 packs of Inferno. Use 10 store credit. You got it, man. What was I going to say? Let me get another one of those Mario packs real fast. Looks like I need to stand up anyways because I need more Inferno. What booster box breaks do you have going on right now? Alicia Brown. Hey, what's up, Alicia? So we have 2 going on. Well, three technically. We got Mega Evolution. It's a 1 in 12 because it's got a star card now. Okay, so Mega Evolution. Ancient Origins, $325 a pack. Okay, you know about that one, I'm pretty sure. There's the 151 case break, $200 per box. This is a whole case that we open together so that nobody, you can confidently have your box opened knowing no one has sniped the best pull out of the case yet. It's a great way to open cards is to open it as a group in a sealed case. Great way to open cards. Probably the most unsearched, unweighed way to open up a box is to get it straight out of a case where everyone opens their box at the same time. Pretty impressive. But then, Miss Alicia, we also have this. Astral Radiance is up to 7 out of 16 spots. That is the other break. Very popular. All right, let me go get some Inferno and another Mario. All right, so here's a Mario. Grabbing this Mario. We got our Inferno X. I'm liking Inferno X, guys. It's a good set. Pokemon's been putting out really good sets lately. Okay. I work for Misha Grown, but I'm helping other growers bring in harvest. Mister, do you think it's worth buying a distant rival booster box to hold long term? I would say so. Yeah, I think Distant Rivals is not going to have the success of like Evolving Skies. So I think people are always comparing stuff to Evolving Skies. I think it's going to be like Unified Minds a little bit. They'll do well. I like it just because it's Rocket. Here we are. That brings up a question. Why not just buy a box of Evolving Skies and hold that? That's crazy. Like, let's see what Evolving Skies... I bet Evolving Skies is approaching 3,000. Let's see. Evolving Skies. Booster box. Here it is. So the cost of it... Oh, yeah. Look at this. 2.6 thousand now. Wow. It's approaching 3,000. It's pretty remarkable. And, yeah, it's there was a point where Team Up cost $2.6 thousand too, right? But now Team Up's like $10,000. So I don't see why Evolving Skies won't keep moving up because it just has way too many good pulls in it, right? So that's for you, Christopher Houghton. He says use $10 store credit. Let's find that store credit. In a second. Let's see. Christopher Houghton. Haha. So you have exactly $10 of store credit. Okay. Tossing that away. And then let's go ahead and set this up as well. We're going to set up this next Mario. Mario is a gym break. $35 buy-in. Or Or you can buy them outright. There's nothing wrong with buying them outright. A couple people have bought them outright. I've been gone a while. Did you ever move out of Missouri or knock anyone up? What's up, Aaron Bagley? Hey, how's it going? Why are we getting all these guys back? We're getting all these familiar fellows back. Kirsten and I have been trying for a kid for a while now. And we finally went to a fertility clinic. And it turns out she has an issue. And she has signed up for surgery for that issue now. And actually, the surgery just got pushed up to October 14th. So in about 2 weeks, she's going in for surgery. She has a structural problem with her internal organs that stops her from getting pregnant. So hopefully after this, she will be able to get pregnant. And also they have mentioned that they're just going to immediately put us on to IVF. So we're going to have one of those IVF babies probably. That's what I was suspecting anyways. You know, because all my siblings had kids. Nobody in my family had any kind of infertility issues. And I had a suspicion that something might be going wrong. So anyways, it's not over though. So it looks like she should just be able to get this surgery, and then we should be able to try IVF. But the doctor says it's probably going to have to be IVF. So she's a little nervous about that. I'm nervous about it too, actually. And I'm getting older. I mean, I'm legitimately getting older. I'm heading toward 40. I'm 36 years old. I don't want to wait any longer. All right, you ready? Infertility isn't hereditary, LMAO. Well, I don't know. I don't know how it works. All I know is all my siblings had a bunch of kids. Not a bunch, but they never had problems. And, you know, my dad had kids. And so I'm fine, actually. I can have kids because they tested both of us. And but she will need a surgery, and then they want to do IVF for this. Here goes. All right, you ready? Ooh, Ludicolo. Look at that. All right. She has something called like, well, you know, I don't go into all the details, but it's a structural issue along with another issue. Here we go. We got Duraludon. Ooh. All right. We're going to have a test tube baby. And you're still in Missouri? I know you're looking at Nevada. Yeah, we're still here. It's harder than you think to just get up and move. You got to have the money to do it. And also you got to really be sure about where you want to go. So we're not getting killed by being in Missouri. Like, we're not dying over here. It's just a marginal improvement if we move. So the marginal improvement is we save 5% on our taxes in a no-tax state. Missouri state taxes is about 5%. So I can take my entire collection over the state line into a place like Nevada or into Tennessee and immediately have a collection worth 5% more. That to me is probably worth the time and effort to do that. And I would also predict that houses in tax-free states would go up in price faster anyways. So from the perspective of investing in real estate, it's smarter to be there in the first place. Christopher Houghton, let's find your bag. So, you know, I guess I'm a very like money-minded person, and I think about that kind of stuff obsessively. And I think about how, hey, why are we invested here in Missouri when we could be invested over there in Tennessee or over there in Nevada? And more people are going to pile in for the exact same reasons we want in. We tested. We actually drove to, Kirsten and I drove to Dallas, Texas about 2 weeks ago and spent a day in Dallas, Texas. And so that's been crossed off the list. We don't want to live there. No thanks to Dallas, Texas. It's out. Nothing wrong with Dallas, Texas. We just knew it's not for us. Okay, we thought bigger was better. We realized bigger is in fact not better. Bigger actually just means you go from having one Walmart to like 5,000 Walmarts. And you go from having small roads to 5 or 6 lane highways with traffic. So we experienced that and we said, why would we move here? But there's probably things to do that you can only do in Dallas, Texas because of the sheer number of people. You probably get endless events. You probably get endless festivals. Probably got a great variety of food, but we just didn't feel it. We didn't feel it. Watch the old clip from Jesse Ventura from 2012. If you got the COVID shot, then that may be why. No, nobody got, Karis and I did not get COVID shots. So neither of us got it. It's just some people are more lucky than others when it comes to making babies and stuff. So I think it's just that. But that's okay. She and I are going to go through all this work and spend a lot of money and still take a shot at it. All right. Mistress Milk expired. It does expire one day. So I want to have a kid soon. But my milk is not expired. In fact, we know that for sure. If it's not expired, then it's 2% low fat. Oh, you think so? You're funny, man. All right, so let's see. Let's grab this. I thought storks bring the baby. Yeah, well, we're paying for a very exceptionally expensive stork. A stork's so expensive, it would make your head spin. Here's Aaron Rodriguez, Mr. 2 spots in the Rocky Pack Break, 2 more in Inferno X, and 2 more Ghost of the Past. Okay, you ready? So 2 more Inferno X. Mr. Aaron. Move the box over here. Let's see. 2 spots in the Rocket Pack Break. Very nice. So I believe somebody's already in there. All right. Aaron Rodriguez. The doctors were telling me to stay healthy. They want both of us to be healthy. They're like, if you're going to make a baby, you're going to be on our health schedule. It's apparently this guy we're working with is one of the best fertility doctors in America. I didn't know that. Right here in Missouri. And we have to drive kind of far to see him. But people come from like Illinois and all over Missouri to go to this one guy. And he's apparently pretty good. So Kara's kind of scoped him out, because she cares a lot about all that kind of stuff. And ooh, there we go, the pack split. Ryan's in here, very cool. All right, very good. I thought storks bring the baby. Bro's going to be old. Just come to Colorado. Colorado is beautiful, man. We've looked at Colorado multiple times. Unfortunately, Colorado is one of the high tax states. So why would I go to Colorado when I can go to maybe like the Ranch Valley of Wyoming, or I can go to the Sierra Mountains of Nevada, or I could go to the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee. See, so we've analyzed this already. So if you go to Colorado, you pay extra taxes. You can choose all these other mountainous places, and the quality of life is good, and you pay 0 taxes. So you're just paying extra to be in a different place. All right, 2 more Ghosts of the Past. You got it, man. Colorado's getting expensive too. Oh yeah, cost of living, that's like a tax all in of itself. So if you got a high cost of living, so example, if you're buying milk and cookies and donuts, and they just do cost more for no other reason other than where you're living, that's like a different kind of tax, isn't it? So like Tennessee, you can move to like the Smoky Mountains in Tennessee, lots of nature. It's not going to feel the same as the Rocky Mountains, that's for sure. But lots of nature, beautiful places to go hiking, and there's stuff to do, and they're developing that area. You can move there and pay 0 state income taxes and a lower cost of living, or you can pay huge amounts of taxes in Colorado and a higher cost of living and a more expensive house. All your money's wrapped up in your house now, so you have less money left over to invest. So it's all strategy, you know. It's getting ahead in life. A lot of it is just strategy. You gotta have a good strategy. We are. It's beautiful, I guess. Well, and that's an interesting thing. I think beauty does sell a place. Like, look at Hawaii. Look at California. Those are some of the most beautiful places. And those are some of the highest tax places to live as a result. And so you can have a sort of like a compromise or a trade-off. I want to show you guys this place. I want to show you guys this place called Alpine, Wyoming. I got to show you it because it is really shocking how beautiful it is. Alpine, Wyoming. I was just reading about it last night. The problem with Alpine, Wyoming is it's underpopulated and underdeveloped. The good side is it's maybe one of the most beautiful small towns I've ever seen. It's got this big river on one side and huge mountains on the other side. It's like Switzerland. And it's right here in America. You don't even have to leave America. And no taxes, no state taxes. It's really, really pretty. But if we move there, no doctors. So, because it's underdeveloped. And so that's not good for Karis and I if we want to have multiple children through IVF or something. Aaron Rodriguez. So it might not be an option for us. Or maybe it will be an option, and we'll just drive for hours to get to an IVF clinic each time. Here we are. I don't know. Very good. So doctors matter to us a lot now. All right. Living in North California, real expensive. Let me see if I can show it off. Let's see. Alpine, Wyoming. I'm looking for a picture of like the town. Maybe on Zillow. Do I have Zillow on this still? I usually use my computer. Oh, I do still have Zillow. Okay. So give me a minute here, guys. Wants me to fill in all this stupid... Okay, Alpine, Wyoming. Is that it? Ah, here we are. Okay. And then let's see if I can find a house out here. Give me a second. It shouldn't take very long. What's interesting is some of the houses are quite affordable. That's what's interesting to me about it. Like maybe some of them are expensive too. Okay, how about this one? How about this one? So you got this Alpine, Wyoming home for $900,000 right here. Okay, so let me click on it. Okay, so check out the photos. This is $900,000. That's cheaper than a lot of places in California. Okay, it's showing you the trail you can walk through. I think I've seen this one. So look at the mountains in the background. You get the mountains and then the water as well. Nah, it's going to show a bunch of pictures of the house. I want to show you the area more than the house. Give me a second here. I need to find one that actually shows the area off a little bit. Oh, here it goes. Yeah, look at that. Dang, dude, that's beautiful. That shows the area off a little better. Isn't that beautiful? That's crazy. And that's about a 36-minute drive to Jackson Hole, Wyoming as well. What's so pretty about the area, though, is actually the water. They've got water out here, too. And that picture doesn't capture it all. There are pictures that show off both the water and the mountains at the same time. And so all those homes are right next to a big river as well. Yeah, look at this, man. God, that is so beautiful. Look at this. There's that water right there. Isn't that beautiful? That's in Wyoming, a no-tax state. And again, if it was a developed area, I guarantee you those homes would be like double price. But the problem is it's underdeveloped. That's the problem. That's the whole problem with it. Like, look, here's another picture. So here it is in the snow. There's all the mountains back there, and there's the water. You see the water? Look how close they are to it, too. Isn't that cool? It's called the Snake River, and the Snake River has, like, this big body of water right there on that side. On the other side, on Utah, they have their own village as well on the Utah side. Look, so here's the map. So here it is. Here's Alpine, and here are all the houses, and then there's the water. See the water? It's all right here. It must be so beautiful. Look at that. See that? That must be so beautiful. And then here are all the mountains. So it's just this town trapped right here. And if you go south, this is called like the Star Valley Ranch region. So this whole area is kind of developed, and they're all mountain homes. And this area is building up, and the prices are rising as we speak because people want to live right here. Because if you zoom out a little more, it's right next to this famous area called Jackson, Wyoming, which has become the most expensive town in America. This guy right here is the most expensive town in America. Isn't that crazy? This guy right here. And it sits at the foot of the Grand Teton National Park, and that sits just below Yellowstone. So there's Yellowstone if you keep driving. Pretty amazing, right? So it's sort of like, you know, it's like Aspen. You know, they're finding out all these amazing ski slopes. They're building it up. It's got all these national parks. The billionaires want to live there. It's really impressive. So we could actually live there. Karis and I could live there. We have a dual income, and it's all remote. We can live anywhere. So we can go to an underdeveloped area like that, buy one of like a $900,000 home. It's kind of pricey, but we put all our money into something like that, and we just live in that area. You got the river right there for like boating, kayaking, and you got the mountains for skiing, and you got to drive up to Jackson. So, but at what time? It's 7:06. That's it. We're out of time. What's our next order? Jose Trevino, 3 Shrouded Fable, 1 Trump PB, and shipping. Shrouded Fable. Wow, I haven't sold Shrouded Fable in so long. Let's see if we can find any Shrouded Fable. Is this it? Anyway, so that's an option. Wyoming's an option. But maybe it's not the best option. We've really scouted out some beautiful places in the Sierra Mountains of Nevada as well. Nevada's more developed. So Nevada will have a big city of Reno to go to. It will have Carson City as well. Lots of doctors, lots of events. And the Sierra Mountains are pretty good looking. I don't think they're as good, though, as Alpine, Wyoming. I think Alpine, Wyoming definitely looks better. But I question how fast can that area build? How fast can it develop so that I'm not bored to tears out there when there's nothing to do, or like when I'm tired of going on the same nature walk, you know what I'm saying? You go on nature walk 1,000 times and you're like, all right, we've done a nature walk. What do we do now? Playboy. Whoa, the bunny. Here's Playboy. Here's Playboy. Here's Playboy. Here's Playboy. And here's Playboy. Wow, all these grandmas look so hot when they were younger. All right, that is one Playboy pack for you, Jose Trevino. We better wrap up, guys. We've got Pokey Vital A, Copper Raja. No more orders, guys. We're wrapping up. It is the end of the daytime stream. Here's Kingdra. And here's Copper Raja, Golbat, Ursa Luna. Okay, nothing crazy. Okay. Tossing this over here. Karis and I have done a ton of research on potential places to move. We haven't really made a choice, and that's part of the struggle. We have thought about buying a Smoky Mountains home in Tennessee or a lake home in Tennessee. Both of those are available. The lake home would be very similar to what we're doing now, except it would just be that we don't have to pay taxes anymore. We don't have any more state taxes. Okay, and also, it's not that far away from Missouri. It's actually really close, so very little would change. I imagine the topography would be very similar. Jose Trevino, did you have your own box? You're a box guy, are you? Perhaps not. All right, we must have put your bags in a different spot. How far is my order? Says NHCC. It's too late, NHCC. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Let's grab this. Jose Achilles. Did you have a box? Oh, you do. You do. You're in the middle shelf. You do have a box. I'm being silly. You're in the middle shelf. That's what's going on. Okay, perfect. So we're shipping you out. Your box looks deceptively like one of my storage boxes, but it's not a storage box. Give me a second here. All right, good. Here's this baggie. We'll put some more cards into it. Yeah, a lot of cards, man. Appreciate it. You really should put an alarm or something. Yeah, you guys should put an alarm. Wow, you actually have enough product that it won't all fit into the box. So I'm going to set this right here on top of it. And then we'll let Miss Alexis figure this part out. Let's go ahead and reset the shipping software. I remember Kanye had every celebrity out in Jackson, Wyoming recording his album. Law, wonder if that had anything to do with how expensive it is. I hear it's just really beautiful. I hear people have discovered it, and that is just perhaps the most beautiful mountain town in America. That's what I've heard. And so if you buy a house in Alpine, Wyoming, you live about 40 minutes away, so you can visit it pretty easily. But if you try to buy a home over there, it's impossible. You absolutely cannot buy a home there anymore. Even a small, janky home is like $1.5 million, and it's a bad home. Like, no one would want it. All right. And there's only like 2 options for that anyways. Okay. Someone put a bell on this kid. He rambles too much for us to remind him. Night don't matter. Tammy, those rambles are essential. They're the most important part of the stream. I'll print this. Oh, whoa, wait a second. No. We don't want that. We want this. Why did it choose the other service? So weird. Damn, I just got paid too. I'll wait till the nighttime stream. Send that order in now, Mr. Whipple. No, don't. I can't service it now, though. Oh, my gosh. It's taking forever. The tag team is $200 and a 9. I need to send for grading. Mr. Yeah. Nighttime stream going to be lit. We love the Thursday nighttime streams. We love them. There we go. Jose Trevino, thank you so much, man. You've been a big customer. I really appreciate all of the pack openings, man. And Miss Alexis will be in on Friday to do the shipping, so that should be tomorrow. Less like she gets eaten by a tiger or something. I don't think she will, though. All right, very nice. Yeah, Alpine, Wyoming. We're looking at it. It's very pretty. But Sierra Nevada is very pretty as well. And it seems like that's the more sensible move. Okay, Mr. NHCC, 5 Infernos. You got it, 5 Infernos. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have no fear. We got your order right here, Mr. NHCC. Look at that. Have no fear. Perfect, perfect. Number 2 shouldn't matter. Who does number 2 work for? Here's Jenny Sect. Rawr. Oh, come on. One more pack. No! It's a cold round there, Mr. NHCC. Sorry, man. No super snipe occurring there. We all dream of the super snipe, Mr. NHCC. It happens sometimes. We all dream of it. Okay. Place this over here. Very nice. All right. And Miss Alicia has an order. Her order is 2 Mega Evolutions, 1 in the Astral. We got those Mega Evolutions. 1 in the Astral booster breaks. Keep sealed, please. Oh, not booster packs. She means she wants 2 spots in the break. You got it, Miss Alicia. And that concludes all the orders. We actually got them all done. So that's not too bad. We didn't go over too far. Alicia Brown. You guys are very kind to me. Thank you so much for all the support and for hanging out. Even just hanging out and talking. There it is. Let's get that box over here. So we need to write her a card up for this one. But this is going to say 8. All right. So Astral Radiance pushing 8 now. I think she has 2 spots in there now. Let's write up the card for her. Here it is, Alicia Brown. When I start talking about something I care about, sometimes I stop reading chat for a little while I think about the words. That's what Tammy is referring to about rambling. But Tammy, I gotta be allowed to do that sometimes. Here we go. Just gotta be the nature of it. Here we are. I get a lucky 1-pack shuffle. You got a lucky 1-pack shuffle, you say. Is that right? Okay, you're in there, Miss Alicia. The box break. And let's see. Are you saying you just sent that? Is that what you're saying? I don't see it. Mr. Old Man Rants are going to be legendary. Legendary. So today, there has been some movement in the breaks. Primarily, the booster box breaks and the booster pack split, the rocket pack split have moved. And none of the slab breaks have moved, but I'm sure they will. We're approaching Friday now. I hope you guys have a really great Thursday night. We're going to be back on for the late night stream for Thursday. I wouldn't miss it for the world. You know why? Because it's actually technically Friday morning. It's a big deal to me. So we'll be here for the late night Thursday stream. Now I get to talk to Karis and learn about her lesbian friend and how they probably made out. Here's Topps Nintendo Wax Mario. We sold like 3 of these today. This was a popular item. This will be back available tonight. See you later, everybody.